Was asking Jamie during the commercial, this thing's downgraded now to a 2. Is it going to strengthen again? And you said it's iffy.
It doesn't look like it will. I mean, there is the Gulf Stream that it still has to move across. So you've got a little pocket of fuel that it still has access to before it makes landfall. The problem is a lot of times when these big hurricanes peak out in intensity, once they start to weaken to the extent that this one has, it's really hard for them to reorganize. But what does happen is the storm that initially had been very, very tight with its circulation begins to broaden out and it becomes larger in size. And that means that the amount of area that can be potentially damaged by the storm increases. Speaking of increasing, take a look at the activity in the Atlantic from the Gulf of Mexico into the Atlantic Ocean right now. We've got 5 different areas to watch. 4 of those areas are named systems. The latest today, Joyce out in the East Atlantic, which is a subtropical storm. That means it's kind of a hybrid type storm. It's semi-tropical. The big name obviously is Florence, and Florence continues to plow along toward the northwest. Here's the very latest information as of 10 o'clock this evening. And what we're looking at is, notice the eye in the middle. That's that area that's almost cloud-free in the middle of that storm. Notice how that fills over the last few hours. That's a real sign that this storm itself has weakened, and that's what's been reflected. And not only the wind speeds coming down to 110 miles per hour, but also the pressures coming up to 957 millibars. The storm, though, the wind field is very, very large. The tropical storm force winds, the diameter of that area that is experiencing tropical storm force wind conditions is over 325 miles. The area of hurricane force winds is over 125 miles in diameter. That means a lot of area, a lot of real estate on the Carolina coastline is likely going to be impacted by tropical storm force and hurricane force winds. And if you're looking for a storm similar in the historical record for that area, you probably have to go back to 1999 with Floyd. Now, it looks like this storm will make landfall right around Wilmington, North Carolina. This would be late Thursday night through Friday morning, maybe into Friday afternoon, and then it will peel off to the southwest, meander across South Carolina, maybe into northeast Georgia before turning to the north early next week. Of course, with a track like that, it's going to generate a lot of rainfall because it's going to be such a slow mover. And areas from about Myrtle Beach, maybe even down to Charleston, north up toward the Outer Banks of North Carolina, 1 to 2 feet of rainfall. That part of the Carolinas can handle the heavy rain a lot better than areas closer to the Appalachians. And I think that's where we really have a flash flooding potential, where we could see upwards of a foot of rain, maybe in some of the hills as you approach the Appalachian Mountains. So that could be some bad news over the weekend into those areas. Here's the reason why the storm is moving the way it is. It's got this blocking high right now to the east. That blocking high will be strengthening to the northwest, north, and northeast of the storm by this weekend. That is going to trap Florence in the southeastern U.S., and it has to wait for a doorway to open for it to move north. That should happen early next week, and that will allow it to finally make its way maybe across the middle Atlantic and northeastern U.S. And the key to that door opening actually can be seen on the satellite water vapor imagery across Arkansas. That little eddy you see right there, that's a pocket of upper level energy that may provide enough of a weakness to help usher Florence on out of the United States. Locally, the weather is quiet. Humidity levels have increased today and this evening, and across western Missouri and in northwest Arkansas, it's not going to be as cool as it's been as a result. Looks like we're going to continue to find generally the same kind of weather that we've had for the last several days, and that's good news. The weather's been great. The sunny mornings that we found, we're going to find again tomorrow morning, giving way to partly to mostly cloudy skies. We'll do it again on Friday. We'll do it again through the weekend, and rain chances are really going to remain low. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday may be our best shot at seeing maybe an isolated afternoon shower through that 7-day stretch.
Okay, and what's our Viewers Club number? Our
Viewers Club number for tonight is 130155, and our jackpot is $400.
All right, Jamie, thanks. On the way, tonight's Wednesday's Child.